Hi lads, in this video I'm going to go through how to do the 2019 question 4 ordinary level paper. It tells the figure shows the elevation and plan of the junior cycle for teacher's logo. The grid and elevation is made up of 15mm squares and the thickness in plan is 10mm. And then it tells us to draw one of the following views. A, an isometric view of the logo, or B, what I'm going to focus on today, is an oblique view of the logo. So to remember, when you're drawing an oblique view, it's where you draw the elevation that's given and you project all your lines back at 45 degrees. So I'm just going to get my 45 degree set square, and that's the one I'm going to use for the whole question. So the first thing we do is we draw out our box to fit the question in. So we're told the total width is 240mm. So I just put my 0 here, measure it 100 to there, and then 140, and that'd be the total 240mm there. And I'm going to take my lines up each side, and I'm told the height is a total of 105. I'm going to take that across. So they're all 15mm squares, so what I'm going to do is just measure 15s all the way across. Making sure not to take that 100 there, and just start again. And just take all those points up. Remember, all of this is going to be light for now. We don't draw our whole grid in heavy. And repeat the process for the side as well. We take our 15mm lines, all the way down. And that's all of our 15mm boxes drawn in. So I need to focus on actually drawing the logo there. So what we actually see there to fit inside the box, the J, C and T. So the outline of the J, it starts here, goes down then at 45 degrees, then goes across 1, 2, 3 boxes. That line then goes up to 45 degrees, and that connects all the way to the top. So the main thing here to focus on is make sure to count the boxes. So it's 2 across the top, goes all the way down then to this point here. That then goes across 1, up 1, and then across the last 2 to close off the J. Excuse me. After that, there's a gap of 1 box in between, and the top corner of the C, the corner there at C is going to start there. It's going to go down to this point here, down 45 degrees. That goes across all the way to the last box there, before going back at 45 degrees. It then goes up 1 box, back in at 45 degrees, and that goes all the way across to that point there, and these 2 connect here. That then goes up a total of 1, 2, 3 boxes, so 1, 2, 3 boxes there, goes back at 45 degrees again, and that goes across 2, goes down one, cross one there, back up straight again, at 45 degrees, and then it closes off. And there's now the C put in. Last thing is the T, and we can see for the top right corner it's in two boxes there. So we have our line going down there, going across, down and over, then goes down two more, back out, down and across one, and then 45 degrees there, and then we just complete the top half of it like this. And that's the question fully set up. We have the JCT logo all drawn in. Now I need to draw it in oblique. So we're going to draw everything oblique at 45 degrees. We're told the thickness of the logo is given in plan. So I'll just show you again there. You can see their plan is a total of 10 mil thick. And remember, we're focused on part B, the oblique view. So everything at 45 degrees and 10 mil thick. So I'll start off with the actual J part first. So I'll take my lines back at 45 degrees. I'll just focus on the bottom half here first. So there's my 10 mil line going back there. So I take that back heavy to that point. That then goes across to hit this 45 degree line here. That'll go straight down. Saves me measuring the 10 mils all the time. I need to measure it once. And then that completes the lower half of J. This line will extend out, and the top two will extend out. And same idea again. Measure my 10 mils. Take that across to there, down to there, and that 45 just extends on. And that's the J now complete. After that I'm going to go on to the C. So I'm going to focus on the top half here first. So it's everything on the outline here. Because I already have my height, I can just take this across here. And I'm going to have it heavy on the outline there to there. And this line's going down 45 degrees this way. So I'm going to draw parallel to this corner here. And then take that straight down there. That's the top half of the C now drawn in. Now I have to work on the bottom half. Same idea again. Extend my lines out at 45 degrees at all of my corners where I'm going to see it. And measure out 10 again. So that 10 measured out there. Give me that line there. That line's going to 45, so let's draw that parallel there. Remember, every line is drawn is parallel. And I'm taking my vertical lines up, they're parallel. If I go 45, they go parallel at 45 back in as well there. So any line just taken out, always take them parallel. And then I need to draw in my edge here. And then that line goes all the way across to there. And I have my 10 mil bit sticking out here at the ends. That extends out to there, and that closes off then to give me the rest of my C there. The last part is the actual T then. So I need to extend out all my lines for my T. I'm going to focus on the top half first. And I already have my height here given because it's the same height all the way across. So I can draw this part of the T in first. That line goes down there. It can go across here and back down there, and draw my 45-degree lines in heavy there. And then, because it's gone back 10, I can take this straight across for the other side. Give me a 45-degree line there. And just one sec, let's close the blinds. So you can actually see the rest of what I'm actually doing there. And now just to do the bottom half of the T. Line goes out here, here, and here. Measure my 10 back there. Take my line straight up and across, back up there, and then they connect together there. And that completes the question then for the JCT logo. If anyone has any questions, please message me.